Well, hello. Great day, Ryan Pinder. It's a great day. I hope all of your livers will
get all that value back that they dropped over the last 10 days. I was looking on the secondary market. I'm down at least 5K in black market Oregon resale after the Calgary Stampede. Another rousing edition, Rhett. They set an attendance record.
Is it one of those things where it's just all like next year again?
I know for a while it wasn't happening, but I think
but we're back because we're the blue sky city.
Well, here's the thing: you're done COVID. People love traveling. You had great weather, and I think if you check in around town, oil's doing okay, and that factor, that combination, probably means you're setting records.
Well, hopefully somebody will put an end to that bullshit.
What are you? I don't know probably those things. What are you talking about? You want
somebody
back, you asshole?
Get in the way of that train. That's too exciting. Holy!
How are you? Where are you? It is last we checked in. You had sticker art behind you at the cabin in northern Saskatchewan.
Oh, yeah. I've traversed across the continent. I'm now in the swamplands and lake country of southern Ontario and northern, western New York, and in the Below.
Okay, back in Buffalo. We could tell. We've seen the set. When you spend that
much
money,
the stash is as popular here as it is anywhere.
I would think even more popular in the state.
Went into the gym today, and one girl, the girl that worked there, she was like, "Oh, that's thick."
You should see my buttocks. I would think in the U.S., where there is a little more highly a regard for authority, like they hold that very high in their virtues and their ethos of how to live, a mustache like that should be even more popular than Calgary, which is almost incomprehensible.
Yeah, Calgary's good, but it seemed like a Stampede gimmicky kind of thing too, right? It gets thrown in with that mix. So down here, there's no, I'm just strutting around with a deadly stash.
You get more yes sirs? You noticing that?
I don't.
Yes, sir. Salutes as you walk in the room.
Officer.
I thank you for your service, sir. You're like, I played hockey. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a veteran with that mustache.
No, I'm just a sports kid.
I just am follically gifted.
I got to follow up with why today's a great day, though.
Okay.
A former Calgary Flames alumnus who may have the greatest life of any alumnus just invited me on a fishing trip.
Come on. Now, first off, alumnus is not a word. I know you've added that to your lexicon many years ago.
Definitely
just for those new to the show, alumni,
Illuminati,
sure, yeah. Okay, so if I'm guessing, when you say fishing trip, I think of one guy. Am I on the right path?
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
and it's going to be a beauty.
Penticton junior hockey, college player, Vancouver Canuck,
kid,
New Jersey Devil.
Got cut from the same Team Canada and took a cab together with.
Oh,
didn't remember.
So which one was that? Walk us through that cut.
That was the first lockout, like 94, the one in Alberta, the Calgary Red Deer
World Juniors. So you would have been underage that year because you would have played the next. Is that correct?
I did play the next, but I played pro too. So because all the guys came back from the NHL, right? They had a pretty good team. Although you look at the lineup, you're like, there was a few guys.
Hey, maybe just good junior players. I don't know.
It happens, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're talking about the one and only Brendan Morrison, by the way. He's got things dialed up. Tofino, boats, fishing.
And not this like, hey, we're gonna hang out in this little swamp, look for some pike.
Of the
this
highest
real fishing,
the highest end resorts and fishing places that you can end up in. That's where he hangs.
Okay, so you got invited. You are automatically going because it's that amazing. You are clearing your calendar. Are you flying in and flying out? Like
I said, this place they have yurts. I said, well, if I get a yurt, I'm in.
Is there stages of yurt or all yurts equal?
I don't know, but I've never stayed in a yurt, and I'll be damned if I'm not going to get a yurt.
Yeah, if you're yurting, you're in.
Yeah, 100%.
The yurting Albertan. That's what we'll call you out there. That'll be good.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm guessing, what are you going? Queen Charlotte's? You going Pacific? Were you
Rhode Island? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I can't give free plugs to the place yet, but if we get this dialed up, I will.
No, fair enough. Let the Wolverine know. We'll soak him for a few $1,000. Let's go.
Hey.
Sell him a bunch more trips out of Calgary.
The boom cat will be trying to.
He will too. And I'm invited already. I can't do fishing all day. I talk too much. Drive people crazy. Need headphones and podcasts.
You hold down the fort.
Yeah, I'll hold down the fort. That's a good idea. Like that. By the way, welcome to our summer programming on Barn Burner. We will be having a content drop in the next few weeks. This is officially the worst week in sports of the year, every year. Home run competition last night, kind of meaningful all-star game. If you had to rank the four, it might be the best. And then just crickets. The soccer's done. Hockey GMs are done doing things. I guess if you're really, really horny, you've got rookie camps for the NFL, but like, come on now, what are we talking about? This is the middle of the desert. You're looking for a glass of water, and you're right in the middle of the desert for sports. So get ready for some recorded content, because the live stuff won't be good moving forward next couple
Did you hear about the boat they found in the desert full of gold coins?
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
This is a good thing to find old gold coins. There's not a lot of gold out there.
I want to find an old boat full of gold coins.
Which desert was this?
I don't know, but
do you know what country? Or
I believe Africa, the continent
not a country,
of Africa.
Okay. South Africa, Northern Africa, Northeast wetlands, southern northern, somewhere in Africa. Got it. These incredibly thoughtful and well put together thoughts have been our McLeod Law opening statements. I just want you to know that.
Well, you know what? Again, it's a great day. It's a great day. I've got some business for McLeod Law coming up, so I'll be calling the fellas over at McLeod Law.
Now, usually when you have business with McLeod Law, it might not be something that's worthy of the show, but I will allow you the opportunity.
They're going to take care of me. I haven't reached out yet. I got to see.
Okay.
I don't want to, again.
Now, is this a personal injury issue? Because Peter Klein's the personal injury guy.
Oh, you don't say.
Or is perhaps this you want the go-to guy in Calgary for your disability insurance claim? You getting screwed on your disability insurance?
I could have used both back in the day.
Yeah. Well, Peter's going to get you the disability insurance benefits that you already paid for. We're not asking for something you don't deserve.
They're yours.
You already paid for them. You bought them. You've earned them. They're yours. He'll get you your peace of mind back as well. That's the peace of mind you paid for. It's Peter Klein at McLeod Law, McLeod-law.com, and on social media at McLeod Law LLP. So any hints? Are you engaged in are you embroiled in a litigious situation?
No, it's eventually you're going to die, dummy. You better have something in place, sort of deal.
Okay. We're estate planning mode.
It's a big word for someone that doesn't have an estate or any idea.
Like who gets the gold medal? Who gets the
if you find gold? Much like the gold coins in the boat, if you find it, it's all yours.
That thing only gets more valuable. You can just melt that down, turn it into rings for your children.
So wealthy. That's crazy.
I'd heard about these. So people are smarter than us, and they know like the value of gold has only gone up and up and up, and the amount of gold is, pretty standard around the world. There's a few mines.
Well, I believe it takes how much asteroid there is. I think it takes an asteroid running into the earth for gold to kind of.
Yeah, it's a special type of situation to create gold. And so back in I don't know, the 1200s, 1400s, 1600s, you would have important ships carrying gold coins across the ocean when you're heading to other continents as you were trying to colonize the world. And so people were doing some incredibly exhaustive research on the locations of some of these shipwrecks. Maybe you're trying to get to port and you're under attack and they sink your ship. All those gold coins in the ship are suddenly worth like hundreds of millions or even billions. And so if you can find that ship or you've got a good chance of it, you can spend a bit of money trying to find these things.
That's ROI, Ryan. That's ROI.
Great return on investment. And so people have these drones going in like these patterns underneath, shooting sonar and just trying to find anything that bounces back that looks like a shipwreck. And it's quite a thing. And then there'll be like someone who's like, oh yeah, that was my 8th grandfather. Those are my coins. No, they were the ocean floor's coins, and I've recovered them from the gods of the sea. That
would be Zeus.
If you feel like there's no adventuring left to do on Earth, everything's been found. I have to burst your bubble.
So, like Poseidon, isn't that the god?
Poseidon, yeah. It depends what mythology we're going into.
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, but the Greek mythology, the Roman, I don't know. Poseidon's a good one. That's a hell of a handle, actually.
To talk about. I'm just going to bring up random thoughts.
I like it. I'm there already. I was just telling you about looking for gold off the coast of Brazil.
Yeah. Like I have to go watch these kids play hockey. Well, I don't have to, but I'm here, and the U.S. national camp is here. Like, why are the Flames not employing me? Throwing a few bucks at the old retro to do some scouting.
Some would say they threw enough bucks at you over the course of the last.
Oh, they overpaid me for a while. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, not as bad as some people, but still.
That's true. That's true. We don't want to mention those people's names because they still live here, and we have to see them in public a lot.
We like them.
They're nice people.
They should pay for our drinks and food, but we like them.
Good agents, not their problem.
Well,
it's bad GMing, not bad agenting. Great agenting.
Great agenting.
Really good agenting. So again, our opening statements for McLeod Law. It's not just Peter Klein. It's also Shane King, a partner in the Litigation and Dispute Resolution Group. If you've been laid off, terminated, that's no fun. Shane can review your situation. Make sure you've been treated fairly and as the law requires. Also, he's not going to bury you in legal jargon, mumbo jumbo, whatever you want to call it. He's going to speak to you in normal, practical terms so you understand. So give him a shout. Again, Peter Klein, and Shane King at McLeod-law.com or at McLeod Law LLP on social media. We have a retirement to talk about, Rhett. We knew it was coming. It was made official this morning.
Good job, You've been great. We've enjoyed.
Sadly, no. Boomer is hammering the shrimp at the all-you-can-eat buffet, floating somewhere. That's the only hints we'll give you.
Boomer is down there at 3 a.m. with his phone.
Yes, with the drunk Tampa girls.
Trying to videotape a brawl.
Yeah, those drunk girls from Tampa. Remember that?
Come on. Yeah.
Throwing chairs like an AEW event. Just wanted a slice of pizza.
Oh, good for him.
The real retirement is not Boomer, we're expecting 60-40. He'll return alive from said trip and come back to work. Joe Pavelski, Little Joe, as he was affectionately known for many years in San Jose, with, of course, Joe Thornton being there. He has called it a career. You can see some of the numbers there on the tweet from the NHL. Let's have a look at the career. Now, what's impressive is 1332. That's a ton of games. He didn't have his first full NHL season until he was 23, Red, because he was a college guy, I believe Wisconsin, and then he played half a season. He's 23 years of age. He plays his first full season, and he still gets to 1332. And you want more impressive than that? Think about how good that San Jose team was. Look at the playoff game played column. They barely missed the playoffs in San Jose. I think they went 15-17 or 16-17, 15-16, something like that. They never got the cup, but they were always a really competitive playoff team. He finished his career with 201 playoff games, 143 points in said 201 playoff games, 1,068 points in his 1332 in the regular season. I feel like if you're talking about Joe Pavelski and you want to build the case for the Hall of Fame, you don't just look at the regular season numbers. You got to look at it all. 1,533 games in total. 550 goals. 661 assists. 1,211 points. That's the regular and playoffs combined for his career. Those are very impressive totals. And yet, never won a really major award, be it Conn Smythe, Hart, Richard, Art Ross. this is where it gets interesting with the Hall of Fame, and where I wish they would explain how the hell they do what they do, because we like going there. It's a wonderful building, but there's players like Fleury and McGillney that aren't in, and there's guys that you're like, yeah, it feels kind of mid. Why is this guy in? I don't know how they're going to approach Joe Pavelski. It's a legacy of incredible play for a long time, but never was the greatest at his position in the game.
Yeah, and there's certain, isn't 500 kind of a big goal scoring?
Yeah,
number?
and so if you don't include playoffs, he's not there. If you do, he is. Again, we're kind of like
it is
guessing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Feels like a bubble guy to me.
He is a bubble guy, and my overall arching opinion is they've allowed people, like you just said, in that I want it elite.
Yeah.
Make it
I agree.
Wicked elite. It's not, I don't care if there's only 2 people that go in one year.
Yeah.
That's 2 people.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a class to make, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
And
not
I
a remember everyone thing.
Yeah, it's a hall of great, not a hall of very good. Joe Pavelski
Yes.
was absolutely very good, and the longevity piece is huge. But I just don't know how a guy like Alex McGillney, who was one of the more feared snipers of all time, 76 goals one year.
Yep.
Like, that guy's not in. 76 goals. And then you hear a story about how he had to defect from Russia to get over, and you're like, and Theo Fleury's numbers and they're like, oh, but there's off-ice stuff. I was like, okay, but I mean, we just want to know how you go to work, Hall of Fame. Like, please pull back the curtain and show us how you can let in like Rogie Vachon 30 years after he's retired, but you won't put McGillney, Fleury in.
Well, and even that, like, there are the goaltending thing's been a focal point, it seems like,
Lately.
over the last few years.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's great. Still have to. Why wasn't it before? And it's still supposed to be the best of the best of the best.
Yeah, and I don't think Rogie Vachon was that. I mean,
I don't
I'm way out to lunch.
Vachon was or not. I missed his best years.
Yeah, I did too, to be fair. If I had to sell you on the greatest accomplishment of Joe Pavelski's career, I think he might have had the best 37-year-old season in the history of the NHL.
Yeah.
Because at 37, most aren't playing anymore. They've been retired for many years. And if you are playing, you're probably, well, it's not really what made him famous in this league, but he sure has found a role, right? Like, you look at John Tavares right now, he's making 11. He's not worth it, but gosh, he's turned into a really good middle 6 center.
What a leader.
And look, he's tipping pucks in front.
Oh.
Joe Pavelski at age 37, this is 2 seasons ago, 27 goals, 54 assists, 81 points as a 37-year-old, a career high when he's 37.
A lot of what he did in Dallas was a surprise to me.
Me too.
Like it was like, what? You're going to Dallas? Oof.
And they're like, ooh, 3-year deal. That's going to be tough. And then he was great, and they had to put him on another deal.
Yes. So, anyway, what?
David with a really great comment, if producer Jack wants to pull that up, because we like good comparables. LeBron better at 38 than Pavelski was at 37. Thank you, David. The first comp I think about when I think about Joe Pavelski is how he compares to a 6'9" basketball player. Yes, excellent. We do like the avatar though, David. Keep it up. Preach. But yeah, point per game season, career year 37. That's pretty cool. That was the breakout. How is he doing this? Like, he's broken the aging curve. Father Time might take his first L, and then you watched in this year's playoffs, and you're like, yeah, he's on the 4th line. It's time.
He must have been taking those new peptides that heal you up and make you move faster.
You just stop taking them, or what do you?
Maybe they wear off, right?
Yeah.
It's like I used to have one beer. Hell of a time.
You a few more now?
3 or 4 dozen.
I'm not going to name names. I was at the grandstand show with some friends of the show on Sunday for the final Chuck Wagons dinner grandstand. And there was an anecdote told about a large individual with us on his birthday. They went to a fancy hotel in Banff. Started in around noon. Next thing you know, it was midnight and then left the bar. Got the bill. 26 Caesars.
Caesars. Whoa.
I don't know how you get to 26 before the heartburn knocks you out of your.
That's a lot of clam.
That is a lot of clam. And yeah, apparently it was the wife that was asked to leave before the guy that 26.
You don't say. Good for her.
It's a hell of a shift.
Oh, good.
I know it's an international staff at those hotels. They were really impressed by the effort put forth by these individuals. World renowned by the end of the week, I'm sure. Oh, okay. So you got eldest child. How many months of the year has he been playing hockey? Like all of them? Are we at 12? Like, has he had a single month off?
No month. I mean, you could have gone mid-May to mid-June.
Okay.
You could have. Then you
got to stay sharp because you got that thing coming up.
Then you're going to have to really crank it up again, though. So it's dumb.
It's quite something.
It's quite stupid.
But
really because we're bored and have nothing to talk about, the U.S. national team has been here for a month. 06s, 07s, 08s, and then 09s, a week straight of each.
You know what I love is all these hockey associations talk about not specializing too early and really diversifying your background. And then they're like, we're going to need you all the time to play hockey. Only.
Oh, by the way, if you want to be part of this, you better get your ass.
You want to be in the club, just ignore all that shit we said. Quite something. Hey, unexpected expenses always show up. Maybe it's another hockey camp for the National Development Team program that your kid gets tagged with.
Last week.
Yeah.
It's been hot in Calgary. Hot.
Yeah, maybe it's an air conditioner. Maybe it's your car breaking down. A friend of the show has to lift his hood to turn on his AC. Won't name names. There's unexpected expenses out there all the time. But guess what? You can borrow money for those unexpected expenses right from your phone and receive an e-transfer within hours. How? Well, Spring Financial. Spring Financial offers online personal loans from $500 up to $35,000 with no stress and no branch visits ever. Why stand in line and sit in a queue, talk to someone? And just you can do this all online. Way easier. Don't need to go find parking, wait in line at a bank. Join thousands of happy customers who've made Spring Financial Canada's top-rated lender. Apply in 3 minutes at springfinancial.ca/barn. That's springfinancial.ca/barn.
Looking for the fastest personal loan in Canada? Well, look no further. Spring Financial offers fully online personal loans with zero stress and no need for branch visits. But don't take our word for it.
Thank you. Thank you, Spring Financial.
Thank you very much.
Spring Financial is the best.
Apply today at springfinancial.ca.
We got a big event coming up. I shudder to ask the question, but do you know where you'll be on August 10th? Tomorrow, do you know where you'll be?
August 10th, I suspect I'll be around.
Around where? Like you're not dead, I hope. That's
well, that's what we were planning for this morning.
Really? That good? Jeez.
Western Canada.
Good. Okay. So after
wait.
The camp, you might come back.
August 10th, you say?
Because we got a busy schedule. We've got the Origin birthday party / Strathmore Rodeo is a week before that. That's August long weekend. This will be the weekend after August long.
What are we doing then? Because it's Uncle Vic's birthday and there's a big to-do in Maple Creek.
Wow. Okay. So you're in striking distance. I like that. We're going to be live at Professional Skate at their brand new location on Saturday, August 10th. It's going to be an absolute banger. You remember Pro Skate in Marta Loop, just blocks away from the studio here. Great service, the best in it. But, there's a smaller room here, and then the goalie stuff's over there. And then, it wasn't state of the art. Brand new location. They said enough of the construction in Marta Loop. We're going on 42nd Avenue, just off Blackfoot, right where the old Frank Seravalli Silver Dollar Casino was. Incredible brand new space. Bolorama space right over there.
Yeah, that's right.
And it is goalie, hockey, and figure skating all in one location. We were there shooting some stuff on Monday. You'll see a bunch of over the summer. Fantastic new location. Kudos to Josh and the gang. And I was just texting the guys and gals over at Pro Skate. We'll be there doing a barn burner live on Saturday, August 10th. Boomer, myself. There'll be prizes, giveaways. Yeah, okay, sure. Prizes, giveaways. What are you talking about? A t-shirt? Hang on here. Prize number 1, a set of custom goalie gear, pads, blocker, trapper, or 9X stock if they want to walk out with the gear on the spot. Or second prize, pair of 9X4 Catalyst player skates or goalie skates. This was from True, the manufacturer of the great hockey gear and goalie gear, True. Prize 3, they've got a 9X4 player stick or goalie stick. Like, we're talking the goalie setup alone, we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars here. This is not like a free balloon and an ice cream cone, Rhett. That's from True. From Quench, we have cases of ready-to-drink product that'll be given away. We've also got some hard cooler, like you want to carry it, like let's go camping, hard cooler, as well as a backpack soft cooler. More prizes to be announced as well as we get closer to the date. Join us August 10th at Professional Skate. Boomer, myself, live show as it is their official grand opening. They're already open now, and very impressed with the new space. Kudos, Josh and the gang. So we'll see you there August 10th.
I love it.
I don't know if you can handle 2 parties on the same weekend. You could do Uncle Vic's and the grand opening.
How far is Maple Creek?
I've definitely heard of Maple Creek. I can't say I've been.
It's
nor
past
driven.
Medicine Hat. What's that?
Well, it's
3?
not that bad. Yeah, Medicine Hat's only, 2.5, 3?
Yeah.
Am I outing myself as a chronic speeder, or is that like a normal time to get to Medicine Hat?
No, it's got to be that.
Yeah. So it's just across the line then, if Maple Creek, Saskatchewan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's easy.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
A lot of Cowboys from down there, too.
So you might come down and sign some shin pads in honor.
Yeah, do you think people really are interested in my autograph anymore?
There's a lot of it out there. So I think we're not quite at market saturation, but if you wanted to sign Rhett something, eBay's got lots, I think.
Get a hell of a deal. Hell of a deal. And you find my New York Buffalo Sabres, New York Post 911 jersey out there, please return.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Please.
Jack, can you ask Rhett about this? This is a very unique one of a kind, because there's a lot of Sabres worn or Flames worn or Panthers worn, but this is a unique jersey.
Yeah, I'm not a memorabilia collector. I wished I had been, because apparently there's a lot of stuff that would be quite valuable at this moment.
If you just
anyway, after the attack on the Twin Towers, we played the first game at Madison Square, and the Sabres had a New York across their chest, just like the Rangers jersey, and then they auctioned them and give the money to the charities.
Yeah,
and I bought mine, and I can't locate mine.
Did it get given to you, or did you just buy it and never?
No, I did have it, but I've moved. Many times since.
It's in a box somewhere in a storage unit you've forgotten about. That's my safe bet.
Might be.
Remember how long was it that you went without knowing where your gold medal was from the World Juniors?
Ooh,
years.
Well, I won it in '96, and I didn't think about it till the radio show.
But you found it at some point there.
Oh yeah.
Then you had to put it in a box again.
Mama Bear's taking care of me.
Oh, good. Okay, you got it then. Very good. You ready for a Pinder Report? We do it as always for our friends at Village Honda. We were up there, RJ and I, yesterday filming some content. A couple things we want to let you know about. Do a buy-in. If you're looking to get out of a vehicle, sell it to Village Honda. They'll give you a hell of a number. You can buy one of their new vehicles, or maybe you're just like, I'm just done with this car. I'm going to go backpack around Moldova. Okay, we'll take the cash and go. 24 hours, money's yours. VillageHonda.com in the Northwest Auto Mall. It's Village Honda, your dealership for life. Also, August 24, the Honda and Acura Show and Shine. Family friendly, 12 till 4. All kinds of prizes, refreshments. And if you want to have your vehicle, your Honda or Acura in the Show and Shine, register online at villagehonda.com. Good to see Anthony, Tanya, and the crew up there yesterday. We got some good video, Red. We went on a video mission yesterday.
Are you in it?
They decked me out in some F1 gear and a Honda hat. I was looking cool, man.
Nice.
Because they got the Red Bull, right? They're like, they know what they're doing in the F1. They make good cars, man. With the vroom. Start with some Flames news in the Pinder Report. As
There's
we
news?
Oh, so much. Now, I know you were worried about Sutter content. Fear not, my friend. As Brett The Wranglers captain has called it a career. Over 1,000 games in the AHL. That's an incredible number. Almost impossible to do because once you get over like 300 and something, you're an exempt veteran. And then over 400, well, now you're a veteran. And there's only so many spots you can put on a roster for guys that have exceeded those games thresholds. 1,000, one of the great leaders of the American League of the last 2 decades. And how about this? Sutter staying on as an assistant coach, meaning the Flames organization will extend their streak to 28 consecutive seasons with at least one Sutter involved somewhere on payroll.
Good for him. And the least surprising thing I've ever heard.
It's amazing. It really is. Who hasn't worked for the Flames with the last name Sutter? That's a shorter list, I think. You had Brian, Brent, Daryl, coach, Rich and Ron in player development. Dwayne's done scouting. I mean, it's incredible. It's absolutely wild. Good work, fellas. You need at least one Sutter. No?
A little grit to your game. Bring the Sutters around.
Congrats to Brett on a hell of a career. And if he's like many of his uncles and his father, probably a pretty good coach. Sutter seemed to know how to do that as well as playing the sport themselves. Next item, let's look at the Flames OHL content. This is from the Ontario Hockey League's Twitter. Look at all the O kids in the system all of a sudden. Battaglia, who they snagged, I believe, in the second round. Brustevich, who they got in the Lindholm trade. Grushnikov in the Tanev trade. Karen's in the system. Muse and Misa drafted this summer. Hochik, although playing in Russia, even though he wasn't allowed to be transferred there, an OHL grad. Zane Perrick, the 9th overall selection by the Calgary Flames, the superstar offensive defenseman of the OHL with 96 points this season. Cole Schwint from the Kachuk trade, and Ilya Solovyov, a late pick just a few drafts ago. It's a lot of kids out of the O, Rhett.
That is a lot. That's not WHL kids. What the hell's going on?
Well, in the WHL
wasn't it years ago that's all we had was WHL kids?
They didn't take the right ones, but they did have a lot of them, to be fair. I know Daryl enjoyed the Western League scouts' opinions seemingly more than other leagues. Potentially.
Easier to see live.
Yeah. We've got lots of viewings, right? We told you Joe Pavelski retired. We don't need to show you that graphic again. How about this, though? Young star that I think is breaking out, had a monster year. The LA Kings have extended Quinton Byfield 5 years, 6 1/4 per. I have the sense that this is going to be a screaming hot deal for Quinton Byfield, who also will get to free agency pretty quickly, just 5 years from now. So a win-win, Brett?
I would think so. It's not going to be a win at the end of that 5 years, I don't think, for the organization.
Yeah, that's when Quinton gets to win because he'll be commanding huge dollars as a top maybe center at that point, certainly a power forward. He's been playing the wing now, but they look, it was a tough year for the LA Kings, and you talked about it all year long. Pierre-Luc Dubois probably played a large role in that. They had to change coaches. The leadership group was not happy with how things were going with the hot start and then the miserable middle third of the season. But you still have Kopitar, Byfield, Deneau as theoretical center ice options.
I think Doughty's still a hell of a player, too.
I agree. I just mean like strength down the middle. If you want to come out of the West, they can still do that if they want. That said, Byfield a lot of wing last year. We'll see where he ends up. Here's some highlights from a game. I know you think hockey's done, but if hockey's done, what the heck is this, Rhett? Let's have a look. Does this make you smile or shake your head?
This is a slow. It's both. I'm happy for these guys, although I know goalies that would hate this.
Oh, 5-4. That's weird.
And I think what this is this is a slow news week.
We're not hiding it, Rhett. It's absolutely.
Unless you want to get into politics, where it's a very busy news week.
Like you said, a very slow news week in the world of sports. Did you hear the anthem last night at the home run derby?
No,
a
little bit late.
So happy. No, Jack. I was watching a highlight show. My phone was plugged in the kitchen. I saw this and I ran to my phone to find it to send to you. And I looked in the Pinder Report chat. Guess who already had it in there? Our boy Jack.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I love
Jack,
it.
do you know the artist's name?
I do, but we're not going to say any names.
Not going to say names. They might have family members that could be offended. So, and I remember, I think it was Jan Arden once at the Saddle Dome didn't have her earpiece right. And she's like, I couldn't hear myself. I was off key. Like, she sings for a living. She didn't sound great. She said it was a really weird setup. Something wasn't right with my IFB, which is like your earpiece. That has to be the case here, doesn't it? Like, you just can't be selecting someone to. Ooh. Oh, one more time, Jack. I don't know that Red hurt at all. Let's give it another spin. Oh.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Yourself right now, like
Better or worse the second time?
not better,
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
not improved at all.
There was a home run competition that followed, not nearly as newsworthy. Teoscar Hernandez, who may or may not have been a Blue Jays slugger, winning the home run competition back-to-back years. Someone who's worn a Blue Jays jersey has won it. I believe it was Vladdy last year, going absolutely bonkers with the home runs. Free agent this winter. Go ahead and sign him, Toronto.
We don't need him. We'll be fine.
Yeah, but he'll be expensive. Right. Like all good players. All-Star games tonight. Let's take a look. I don't know if you're into this. The NHL All-Star game is nearly unwatchable. The NFL one, you're just hoping people don't get hurt. They've turned it into basically flag football. And the NBA one, no one plays defense, and it's the first team to 170 that wins. This is the closest resemblance of the real sport in an all-star game in North America. And they don't let them finish in ties anymore. Good work, Bud Selig. Now, can you name Jack's heartthrob in there? He's in there.
No.
Jack, tell us about the love of your life.
Look at this man, Rhett.
He's gorgeous.
Look at the
He is
mustache,
a gorgeous man.
That's a tall drink of water right there.
I should have worn my shirt today. Fuck.
The big
You're
right.
not- No one
His
can
name
see
is
you.
Paul Skeens, and he's starting for the National League. The Pirates have been one of the worst teams in the draft over the last 20 years. They nabbed this guy at first selection, round one, what, a year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, a year ago, I think.
And has taken over baseball. I would suggest a strong favorite to win the Cy Young in the National League. Pirates still suck, doesn't matter.
Unnecessary.
No, I mean, it's...
Oh, you're actually stating fact.
Yeah, it's a tough spot because he's a great. And how are they doing this year, Jack?
I believe they're 500.
Better than the Blue Jays.
Correct.
Better than the Blue Jays.
Better
We
than
got to
the Blue
steal one
Jays.
of the Jays batters.
Are there any that are good?
Take them all.
Yeah,
We'll
you can
take
have
this.
Kevin Kiermaier. That's great.
You know what? You can take whichever batter you want. We want this guy.
Yes, we get Skeens back. Yeah, he's not doing that too.
No, but he'll be gone in like 4 years when he has to get paid.
That's true. Yeah, once Pittsburgh has to pay him $35 million a year to throw a baseball, he'll be a good Yankee.
Sadly. Said I was overpaid.
Yeah, no, you're not that bad, right? You're okay. What else do you know about the All-Star game tonight? Who are your starters? You got Skeens on the NL side. The American League has got Corbin Burns, the Orioles, righty. Okay, very good. We'll revisit tonight's contest later in the Betway Bets of the Day. As for the Blue Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. got the awkward photo shoot treatment. It's
That's
in Texas, Rhett.
Terrible.
Looks like he's ready for Stampede. If you think that's bad, then get ready for a from behind mechanical bull shot because we have that one too.
Awful.
And you'll be tuning in tonight, I'm sure.
Not if they're doing that, but I'd like to watch the game.
You don't want to do the mechanical bull, you'll just watch the game. MLB draft's been going on the last few days. We nearly had a great story, Rhett, as a catcher from Red Deer was on the board for the Blue Jays with one pick to go. But, well, the Jays can't seemingly have nice things this year as the Tampa Rays picked out of the Blue Jays' pocket per Ben Nicholson-Smith. 18-year-old catcher from Red Deer, Nathan Flewelling. Could have used a 18-year-old catcher from Red Deer in the system, Rhett. That would have been fun. He goes at 94. The Blue Jays pick next at 95.
Yeah. Iginla, just like the Iginla thing.
I'll teach one a couple earlier, at least.
Well, Hitman.
Who's the most hated man in the CFL, Rhett? Remember that from the old show?
Chris the Hitman Jones.
There we are. Football is a violent sport. Chris Jones, GM and head coach
Jonesy
of the Elk or Elks. I don't know how plural works up there, but they call them the Elks.
Jarius Jackson. Wow.
G. Roy Simon, Superman, now interim GM. Interestingly, some of the old CFL teams were vocal on Twitter about there was rumors where Chris Jones might be going next. First, it was, I believe, the Shreveport. Was it the Shreveport Pirates? Yeah, Shreveport. No truth to the rumor. We've hired Chris Jones. Our boy Bender jumps in and says, yeah, I heard he was going to Vegas, Las Vegas Posse. And we're having fun with the old CFL teams, right? Well, little did he know, the Las Vegas Posse. We told Chris, stay the fuck away from Vegas. Again, most hated man in the CFL. Even the defunct teams, Red, hate him.
Wow. Still getting a job. So
Heated. Who's running that account, by the way? How many times a day is someone tweeting at the Las Vegas Posse?
yeah, you'd wonder how often that comes up. But if you own it, that's awesome. Like that wasn't a thing.
I feel like maybe Bender, that's an inside job because he tweets right at it, immediate reply. Sharp cat. Also busy Stampede.
Yeah.
Salute to you, John. We'll meet you at Bender in 5 minutes. Where's that? Well, you just look for him and then we meet there. Never get lost to Cowboys. Best wingman of all time. Never get lost. Some sad football news, but it's okay. We can make it better. You remember the water main burst that happened in Montgomery in the sort of near the Bowness part of town? Well,
talking about
the Calgary Colts play, I believe, at Hellard Field in the athletic park around there, and their locker room and equipment room got flooded. No good at all. Shoaldice Park's right next to where that huge flood occurred, and they're trying to, well, fix things up, get equipment back to where it was, locker room to where it was. They're selling 50-50 raffle tickets.
I'm doing it right now.
Take a little zap of that. Jack, don't take it off the screen until Rhett says you can take care of it. But Jackie, you played football. Were you a Calgary Colt, or was that a little out of your skill set?
No, I didn't play junior. I was a Calgary Colt, South Calgary Colt.
Oh, okay. So just a younger age group?
Yeah.
Were you better at hockey or football at your peak?
Probably hockey.
What age would you have peaked?
Grade 8.
And then what happened? Dope and chicks?
Then I got bored.
Booze, women, motorcycles.
Some bad habits.
Or acid. Yeah, LSD.
Yeah. For some guys, it's the hard stuff. For others, it's just the Nivea and that website. Poor Jack lost a career.
I can't do it from America, but for all of you, get on this scam
That's
thing.
true. Okay, thank you, Rhett. Yeah, you need to jump on that VPN of yours and switch your location. America. So there it is. Help out the Calgary Colts. And good on Ryan Pike for retweeting that. Pike bombs all over the place. Love Pike.
He is everywhere. Settle down.
Best.
Pike.
No, don't settle down. You keep doing you.
Nerd. Am I allowed to call him a nerd? I don't know.
You watch your mouth. You don't call Pike a nerd. That's my bit. Did you watch any of the soccer finals? We had Spain, England, and Euro.
Traveling. Both.
Argentina, Colombia from America. Now, if I told you Colombians found a sneaky way into a U.S. venue, would you believe it?
Shut the front door.
Like maybe they're experts at getting people through.
What is going on here? People are
These are the Colombians
getting into the Copa America through the
at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
What is
Dolphins
going on here? What the heck?
People snuck into the building. They were over capacity while thousands were left outside with tickets told they couldn't get in. Copa America, get ready for a decade of lawsuits. And so as it turns out,
I saw
Colombians
an
are
article
smuggling
today.
things into the States.
I saw an article today that now they're all concerned about because the World Cup is coming.
Yes. The World Cup won't be run by the South American Federation. There's been large events in the U.S. before. But again, the Colombians, very sneaky, crafty, resourceful. They're like, a nation of MacGyvers.
I like it. Those
Other people see walls. They see opportunities to climb the wall and then go through the air vent into the
ticket
seats.
prices are outrageous.
Soccer game.
I'm just going to crawl through the sewer system and
quick shower. We'll be right back in the game.
because I'll be damned if I'm going to miss this game. I'll tell you.
That was a big one. Argentina were the champions of South America and North America this year as they invited 6 CONCACAF teams. And it was Spain, España, the European champions, as Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal, the 2 youngsters, powered Spain, who were the best team in the tournament, to a 2-1 victory over England.
Now, didn't Jean-Claude sneak his way into the igloo?
Was this a French-Canadian defenseman who played for
Jean-Claude
the Penguins?
Van Damme, Pinder.
Okay. The Igloo.
Don't you remember this movie?
Which one? Because there's so many reputable Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. I wouldn't want to confuse
Arena.
them.
There was a hockey game going on, and there was a lot of shit hitting the fan.
He could get in and out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the Colombian ingenuity there. Sneaking into the capacity venue with security.
Sorry, I'm interrupting the Pinder Report. Keep going.
Cavalry FC. Tough 2-1 loss to York on the
I don't want to
weekend.
hear no losses from the.
Yeah, I know. They'll be better. And you know what brings out the best of them, Rhett?
Me?
Stinkin' Forge from Hamilton. They are here on the weekend. It is a 3:00 start on the 21st. Always a banger. Get your butt down to Atco Field.
I might try to get back for that.
Big up the Cavs. If you
Someone
are.
was trying to tell me I have to go to the parent meeting for this camp. And I'm like, what am I going to learn at this?
Wasn't this your approach with that tournament your team nearly wasn't allowed into because you didn't fill out the waiver?
Yeah, I guess.
Similar.
Never thought of that part. Anyway.
So it is Forge 21st. See you down at Atco Field. Let's get into the dumb stuff. There's your standings, by the way.
Yeah, let's start
It
climbing.
looks like they're way out of it, Rhett. Add 3 points to their total, right into a playoff spot, okay? Need to get her going, fellas. A lot of ties this year, only 3 losses all season. It's second best in the league, but sadly, just 3 wins. 8 draws. Top of the table, Tommy. Let's get going here. Let's go. Come on. I don't know if you heard Jack picked up a new hobby over the summer.
Well, what about T-Bird?
As a nickname?
Yeah. Top of the table, Tommy. He's the
The T-Bird.
T-Bird. He's flying.
Well, interesting you bring up birds because Jack's new hobby is birding. And you wouldn't believe what happened to him. Look at this.
Shut up.
This is crazy. The chestnut back chickadee.
Yes.
Are you sure that's it? All right.
That's similar. I don't.
Jack, when did you get into birding and how hungover you were during Stampede where you had to
Literally
quit that?
this weekend. Very hungover. First time luck, though.
Is that not incredible? Like that page is literally open and you can see on the map of North America there, Red. It's mostly down the Pacific coast and there's just a little green circle right around, eastern side of the Rockies where we are. What are the odds? Great pick, Jack. Thanks for submitting that.
Good stuff. Way to go.
Now, I heard the shoveler was out for a ladies' night when you got back to Buffalo.
She loves the party.
Oh, man. Now, this is great stuff because she'd been back in town for a bit and then up to the cabin. Girls threw a welcome back party for her and, shoveler doing shoveler things. Let's have a little look at the footage here. So there's shoveler dancing on the table. Someone's going to catch her. And then someone got hurt at the bottom of the pile. I just hope it wasn't the shoveler.
Come on.
Was that her trying to catch the?
She always had a bad neck.
It's really stiff the other day.
Okay, the shoveler, speaking of just text,
Yeah.
and said, you can take your kid to the golf course. I just watched her pull away. I said, "Oh, didn't you just leave?" Yeah, But we're headed back because your child didn't bring his golf clubs, tees, balls, glove, nothing.
Shoes.
No.
So
Got in the car to go golfing. Halfway.
now, to be fair, you usually have a butler that loads the car, right? He's just on vacation.
Jeez.
Special. So you got to go parent meeting and golf course drop off now.
See the shit I got to do? It's never ending.
Unbelievable.
The stress in my life.
We've been missing crocodiles, dropping to 2 shows a week. We're not hitting our quota, so I thought I'd get us a little more. This is our boy. Was it Matt Wright down in Australia with the croc farm? Oh, that crunch. It's a big fella.
Come on, crunch it up. There you go, Troy.
Troy.
Troy. Good old Troy.
And I do like the kid. Oh, that
Big boy,
crunch.
isn't he?
I want to hear the oi, that crunch. Oi, that crunch.
Oh, that crunch.
That's a skull getting crushed.
Oh. So you say they have strong jaws. Okay. I believe you. Now the Boomcat's out of town, but it was interesting because his daughter, now I think approaching the teen years, getting rid of some of the younger dolls and toys that she loved as probably like a 5, 6, 7-year-old. And I saw this Boom did a little video of the collection that's up for sale because he's a big feature. Aren't those adorable? Oh, boy. There's more than I thought were going to be there.
People are really messed up. Really effed up.
Haven't checked in Australia for a while. Still, all kinds of crazy bleeping animals that want to kill you. Let's check this out.
You're going to say Aussie Grant. Oh, I hate snakes.
Is it a snake or a serpent? That's not nothing, Rhett. Oh! Yeah, I'd cry too. Is this AI? Because that thing looks like it's 30 feet long.
No bueno.
I'm supposed to go in September. I don't know.
Are you going in September? Should we all go?
Well, I'm going the opposite side of the country as Aussie Brad. I feel bad. The family's going for like 3 weeks. I got a little tighter turn because we got the start of the hockey season.
Nah, we'll stay. What the hell? We'll watch hockey from there. It's not like we're going down to the Dome.
I did check in on the time of the show, and conveniently, 10 a.m. Calgary time, 10:15 when we start usually. It's 2:15 a.m. in Brisbane. So right when I'm hitting my stride, I just do the shows from there.
Ooh, the shoveler's hot. She came in quick.
Oh, just mute if she starts. And finally, you and Rob Ray were hell-bent on setting a world record. I know you guys, playing hockey, that's one legacy, but if you could just get in the Guinness book, name will be forever there. So this is you and Rob taking turns. I don't know if this is, I can't see that it's a little foggy here. One of the two of you, the most smashed beer cans with your forehead. Here we go. Camera. And yep, there's the bloody forehead. How's your head feel today? Look at his face.
Now, do you take anything as a preventative, like prior, or do you wait till the headache kicks in after? And you know those ones that stopped them?
Yeah,
those are the
ones don't
ones
look
that
good.
hurt.
Yeah. Whoops, missed it and sliced my forehead open. Got to go again.
One coming up here soon.
Yeah, there's one right.
Where is it?
Oh.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that one right
Ow.
there. That hurts. I mean, they all hurt, but that one.
What a waste of beer.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope he has one cold one left because
Also a good point by Joe.
that headache's coming in hot. Whew. Anyway, I hope that was enough for the world record, and you will live in infamy forever, Rhett. That, your Pinder Report on a Tuesday, the 16th of July.
Like a Rob Ray fight.
Now, did he have to take a few to get going, or did he have to get undressed to get
He
going?
didn't have to. He liked getting undressed, and he was, again, I try to tell my kids, it's not if you can throw a punch that makes you tough.
Right.
Can you take one? Because Rob Ray, Ty Domi, they could take 100.
Yeah, they could do the whole forehead thing with the beers with other people's fists. It was quite impressive.
Yeah.
Village Honda brings you the Pinder Report all throughout the season. And again, mark those calendars. August 24th, noon till 4. It is the 4th annual Honda and Acura Show and Shine at your dealership for life in the Northwest Auto Mall, Village Honda. Still, nearly 100 pre-owned units on the lot and access to 500 through the dealer group if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle as well. VillageHonda.com. Check them out. Up there. Beautiful dealership.
Lovely.
Have you been there?
I have.
Boom and I made many visits. They got the old Honda little moped thing that I love, and they got a couple of the old cars. Like, these guys, you can still drive these. They just last forever. Love them.
First car was a Honda. Beautiful.
Really?
Yeah. Bastards. Steal it.
Don't steal people's cars. Not very nice.
Not cool.
Not cool at all. Let's get into our Betway bets of the day. Our good pals at Betway have a bit of a deal going on, Rhett. What's the deal? Well, if you open a new account, you can get up to $200 back if your first bet loses. All you have to do is open, again, new account, claim your bonus, make a bet, no minimum amount, and if it loses, you'll get that money back up to $200. If it wins, well, you just won the bet. How good is that? So you could literally put some money in, go right away, make a $200 bet. If it loses, you're like, well, I still got the $200. And if you win, you're like, shit, look at that. I just won the bet. Pretty good deal. Outside of Ontario only, here we go to the Major League Baseball All-Star festivities tonight. The National League is hella due. I feel like it's like 14 out of 15 or 12 or 13. It's an incredible run for the American League. But the National League never had Paul Skeens before, did they, Jack? Only this year have they got him. So we're going to ride Skeens, 2+ strikeouts, 2 or more, plus 130. And we're going to take the National League to break the curse. AL's dominated the last decade plus.
Go get him, Skeensy.
Future Blue Jay. Go Skeens.
No.
No. Okay, we're keeping Skeens. They don't want to trade Skeens.
How many pitchers are in? Like, is there starters, relievers, closers?
Yeah, they'll probably have, I would think, 4 or 5 starters each team and then another 4 or 5 relievers each team, maybe more than that. So, like, you'll definitely have guys that get less than an inning.
Yeah.
I would think the starters, if they're humming, they'll get a couple innings. But it's Skeens. He can strike out the first 2 guys, right?
He will strike out the first.
There you go. Just win the bet, 2 batters in. And, yeah, it's hosted in Texas, so American League, the home team. Those are Betway bets. Again, scan that QR code to claim your bonus. You can win up to $200 back for first bet doesn't win when you open a new account on Betway. Only available to those outside of Ontario. We will have a recorded show for you on Thursday. Am I allowed to say? Great man, incredibly talented human, leaving us. You can't be bringing these Canadians into Calgary. They're just going to leave. Rick Ball, the new play-by-play voice of the Chicago Blackhawks. An hour sit down with the man who will get to narrate Connor Bedard's career as he's moved to a Chicago broadcasting network owned by the Sox, the Hawks, and the Bears. An incredible career move, huge TV market, original 6 city, and yeah, team feels like it's going in the right direction, Rhett. Rick, one of my favorite broadcasters. I was so thrilled when we had him come to Calgary. and a guy that I think was criminally underused by the people that employed him. That won't be the case anymore as he's off to one of the great hockey markets. Very excited for our chat that will air on Thursday.
What a place to call games from when, and they will
Madhouse.
be good again, right?
They got Bedard, and they took Levshunov at 2. So yeah, they've got Alex Vlasic's a nice find. They still got Seth Jones. They've got some good skilled players in the system. Might not be this year, but it's coming. It's coming. It won't be this year. Did Tyler Bertuzzi go there too?
I believe he did.
I like him there. He's got some grit to his game. We'll send paper. So back to the rinks, eh? Happy July. You're still in a rink.
Oh, so dumb.
All for this U.S. National Development Team program. I'm getting worried about your allegiances, sir.
There's so many people kicking around.
Yeah?
These things.
A lot of former players, kids play hockey.
A lot of former players, and there's scouts, and there's agents, and there's this, and there's that, and it's yeah.
Tell me about the people you were excited to see in town. Like, give us a good name drop here of maybe a player you used to love playing with or against or hated playing against.
At this one, I don't know. Like, I'd have to go
everywhere.
There's so many kids. I'd have to go through the list and take a look. I haven't done it. I'm avoiding. I said to the shoveler, I'm going to go to one day. I'm going to go watch a game, and that's it. Then I'm leaving.
Okay.
I'm like, boom. People scare me.
I don't know how to put you in the boom category, but I hear what you're saying. Yeah. Your hands get tired from shaking hands and signing autographs all day. I get it.
High fiving.
Get that special handshake.
Maybe the stash will keep people away. Maybe they won't.
Maybe.
Recognize.
Put on something a little more authoritarian. Maybe something with some little loop-de-loops on the shoulders and some stars. Give yourself some flags over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get some space.
Strut around.
Speaking of strutting around, let's make sure that everyone is optimizing their sexual function, Rhett. Things are going good there. Things are feeling good everywhere, I imagine. Medical therapies to optimize your life in the bedroom and in the bathroom. Do you have a weak or disengaged pelvic floor muscle? That's not ideal. That can be the cause of sexual dysfunction, like premature ejaculation, lack of control of the erection. Pelvic floor physiotherapy for men at Mod Medical Clinic. Mod physiotherapists offer non-invasive treatments to treat and teach men how to engage the pelvic floor to optimize function, remove back and hip pain, increase mobility, and increase sexual function. Everyone has a pelvic floor, and those muscles are pivotal for core strength, mobility, bladder, and sexual health. You have a bad knee, right? You probably go see a knee specialist. You hurt your foot, you go talk to someone about your foot. You got my shoulder, you go see a doctor. They tell you you're screwed for the rest of your life. This is not the case if you're dealing with any issues in the bedroom or the bathroom. Head to Mod Medical Clinic for more. It is bearoused.ca. Bring the sex into sexual health. For those using the blue pill, you can consider non-medical approach. Viasure, that works on muscle function, breaks down scar tissue, reforms blood vessels in the penis. No pain, no downtime, and covered under extended health benefits as well. Combine that with pelvic floor physiotherapy, and Aroused has helped men with incontinence, sexual performance, hip and back pain, and assist in the stabilization of the core to optimize mobility. You're better when you're at your best. Bearoused.ca will help you get back there if you're dealing with any issues. Don't be waking up 6 times a night to go pee, right? That's a sign.
Hard on the sleep. That's no good.
Well, I feel like this is a conundrum type of situation you've got. When you say you got to go take a kid to the golf course, I'm thinking shorts, collared shirt. You don't want to be stomping around in flip-flops and shorts at an arena. You going with the tearaways?
I think that this kid that went golfing could wear jeans and no shirt. I golfed a course in Northern Sask when there were some folks without shirts. It was wicked.
Sand greens?
It was amazing.
Sand greens.
I hadn't seen it for a while. So good.
It's a vibe. You want to put golf clubs in your hand and go denim, no tarp? You're
so good.
You're setting it out. That's what I'm about. Soak it up. Take it or leave it.
Oh, all these constraints on me.
Yeah. Well, hang in there, buddy. All right.
Yeah, I'll be fine at the rink too. I don't know. You want me to do some social media posts? I mean, I'm pretty active.
You're busy there. I see that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Very busy on your social media accounts.
Is anyone else sick of people calling themselves influencers too? Like, there seems to be a lot of these people. Like, what constitutes an influencer? Like, do you have to have a certain number of, or do you just self-proclaim?
Self-proclaim. Anyone's an influencer.
Good.
People would say you're an influencer, right?
100%.
Oh,
You're a big-time influencer. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot my password.
Less influential when that happens, but an influencer nonetheless. More traditional influencer. The YouTubes rather than social media, perhaps.
Love the tubes.
You want to take a quick peek at the Flames lines and do this one?
Let's do that. Yeah.
That
Give
one,
us something to get excited about for the rest of the week. That and maybe a lifting of water restrictions.
I feel like I got the order of these lines wrong because like Kuzmenko scored at like a 40-goal pace since he got here, and Nas had a great year. I'm going to call the third line your first line. Kadri, Kuzmenko, Pospisil. And I like Pospisil and Kadri together. We had Zeri with them at the beginning of the year, and we loved what we saw from that trio. But Pospisil's moxie seems to get the best out of Kadri, and you slide in the offensively gifted Russian on the right side. I'm calling that your top line, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Second line, I'm better at the wing, but I can still play center Igor Sharangovich, fresh off his 5-year extension that will kick in following this season. Anthony Mantha, your prime 1-year pump and dump candidate. He's 6'5", just don't expect him to play like it, Rhett. He's on the right, and Connor Zary on the left. Do wonder about Zary down the middle.
Yeah, me too.
Not unlike Igor. He's smart enough to do it. I just wonder about how's he going to do facing off against a Stahl brother type thing. You know what I mean?
Not good to start, but you got to learn the ropes. This
is probably the year to learn the ropes, isn't it? And then I'll call your third line, the one you see at the top of the list. That'll be Michael Backlund, Blake Coleman, who've been staples of the third line, and
the $11 million shutdown winger.
Yeah, the $10.5 million left winger who was second in league scoring before recording the greatest drop in league history season over season in points.
Damn.
Oof. Your fourth line's interesting because you got Walker Deer.
Yeah, that's
on the right side. You got the Rune Dog in the middle, and then the Lamborghini on the left, who is he's the Tasmanian Devil, flying around, hitting everything, being a pain in the ass. He's the Tasmanian Devil. Not huge, but a pain in the ass.
Well, I hope that drags Walker back into it, because Walker didn't do enough running around and playing.
Yeah, and
hard
the thing is, you don't see Matt Coronado in there. So if Walker doesn't want to have a training camp, he's not going to start.
And without being an ass, Kevin Rooney?
Rune Dog. Yeah, you could slide a Cole Schwint in there if you really wanted, or a Dryden Hunt, but they just don't have. I don't want to see Zary play in the middle of the fourth line. Maybe you could possibly get center of the fourth line, but I like him top 9 right now. There's
you don't have.
You're squinting to find center. Yeah.
What about Pelche?
Pelche not a center.
No, in this lineup though.
Yeah, I don't think he's earned it. He's going to have to come in and take a job. Like at this point, I'd firmly place him behind Lomberg and Coronado, and we need more. He had a season that was disjointed because of 2 different injuries. He had the shoulder issue in camp that took him out until around Christmas. Then he came back, got back to the big club. Jacob Trouba, bang, another injury, and was playing a little too timid for my liking in the AHL playoffs. So he's got some work to do. Big year for Pelche.
I don't like these lines, Ryan.
Yeah, we're going to have to throw these in the blender. Jack, when we reconvene again, you'll build us the new lines.
I think the lines make sense in what you've got written down. I'm saying I don't like them.
Yeah, I think there's a second line and a couple third lines. And that's kind of why the Flames were picking 9th.
And without being an ass, not enough youth.
And again, we'll have Kuzmenko a UFA, Mantha a UFA, Dura a UFA, Rooney a UFA. There'll be some movement out of this group, as you saw last year on the blue line with the likes of Hanifin and Tanev and Zadorov. So there'll be room, but I'm kind of with you. Out of the gate, you're not going to be seeing the Stromgren, Pelche, Schwint types necessarily.
They've got too many guys.
Too many damn wingers. I was telling you. Good thing they got Mangiapane out of there. Right?
There's too many guys because you got to have the Lamborghini.
Lamborghini's got to be in there. Pain in the ass.
But
you need
really
that. There is a bit of pest factor though that I like. You had
I
talked
don't mind the
about
pest factor.
like Pospisil and Lomberg on the same forward group. Yeah, I like that. And you could go even slide a Klapka in there, the 6'7" guy. He's physical, but he's not a fighter. Like you could make this a difficult group to go against. I don't think they're going to outscore many teams, but they definitely could be hard to play against. And you got some guys that are good at defense. Coleman, Backlund, Zeri, Kadri. These are guys that are very good in their own end.
Get them going, Husk.
Let's go, Husk.
Come on, Husk.
Poor Husk took the job. It's a very different looking group.
Husk is looking at the same line. Oh my God! How are we playing?
How we play? Daniil Miramanov's on my top pair.
Hey.
You know to me, Connie. No, I do like a Miramanov, but not as a number 2. God damn it. Uyghur's the right shot. He's played his offside a ton and will continue to do so on this lineup. Kevin Ball slides into the second pair. He and Rasmus Andersson likely will take your heavier matchup workload in terms of other teams' top lines. And your third pair at this point looks like Jake Bean and Braden Pahal. Hanley could be a 7. Solovyov's a guy that could pop up. You'd love to see Jeremy Poirier do it, but he suffered that nasty cut to the arm last year. And Oliver Shellington still doesn't have a job, Brett. Crazy times.
Could.
Oh, yeah, no, there's lots of people are hiring. I just don't know. If he wants, that long-term top 4 offer that was.
Yeah, imminent.
And honestly, I think it's bad advice. I don't think Oliver Shillington was like, you know what I want to do? I really want to stick it to the city of Calgary and Connie. I think this was bad advice, Brett.
Well, it clearly is bad advice because you weren't planning on sitting in mid-July without a job.
Yeah, I don't know that it's a bidding war and who's going to give him the 6th year right now, right? Kind of feels like maybe it's not going to happen on a multi-year deal that you had offered.
Should we call the agent? Do you think we could offer advice?
You got JP's number? JP's a very reputable guy. This is not a newbie. This isn't someone's uncle.
No, JP's been around the block.
Yes, it looks like a rare, just what they saw coming was way off from reality. And I wonder if them walking away from Calgary led to that. Hang on now. You stood beside this player in their darkest hour for 20 plus months and you want us to give you term? How do I know you're not going to do that to us? I'm not suggesting that there aren't significant mental health issues here, but I think that scares teams when they see this behavior.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Or how do there's that point. How do we know it doesn't happen to us? But there's also, I feel like the Flames did right by you.
You've played 30 some games in 2 years. I don't know that I've seen enough.
Anyway, JP, call me.
JP, Rhett's got advice for you. We can make this better.
We'll get it smooth.
Come on back, Ollie. We love you. Come on. We'll move Miramanov down to the third pair.
Yeah, we'll make things happen.
Will go to the right side.
Don't have to make
Uyghur Shillington.
Shit happens. Let's go.
Listen, we all make mistakes. It's what we learn from those mistakes. That's our positive thought as we send you into the week of recorded content plus. Rick Ball on Thursday. Jacko, thanks for everything. Did I miss anything? Have I screwed anything up? Are we good?
No, do we want to talk about next week or just let it happen?
We'll leave it be. But a former Flame, a former teammate of Rhett's, a man who's done broadcasting in the city, and a incredible post-playing career injury. We will let you fill the blanks on that. A lengthy sit down with the Boomcat coming next week as well.
I'll put it out on socials, Jack.
Yeah, well, check Rhett's social feed. You're just going to have to scroll through so much to find it because he's just all the time, but it's in there. Just keep digging. Thursday, Rick Ball. Thanks for tuning in, buddies. Support the sponsors. We'll see you at Echo Field on the weekend for the Cavs. Adios.